All right, we're going to talk about the myth of the link in between autism and vaccines, because I can't believe in 2024 we actually have to have this little discussion about whether vaccines are killing people or not. But apparently, there's a subset of people who believe they are. Now, I was on Twitter the other day. Somebody came at X, sorry. I had people come at me about something about autism. So I went on a rampage because autism is not something that needs to be treated in a particular way unless you actually understand what the fuck it is you're talking about. Now, autistic people are all different. No two of them are alike. Now, this argument has now extended into, aren't you sorry you got your son vaccinated because vaccines cause autism? Bullshit, they don't. Let's look at this for a second. Now, you're going to come at me in a second and go, oh, gee, how do you know? Prove it. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to say, well, what about the uptick in diagnosis as we've had more people vaccinated? You understand that the uptick in diagnosis has been because we're actually checking now. We weren't checking back in 1975. We weren't checking in 1980. We weren't checking in 1985, at least not at the rates we are today. Now we check very thoroughly. And yeah, the diagnosis, we've got more diagnosis of it. Gee, I wonder why. We check more. We actually have better tests to screen for it. More people are diagnosed at a better rate because we've gotten better at understanding the fucking disease. That's why the rates have gone up. Now, let's look at the idiot that decided to come at me. So there was this discussion about, oh, vaccines are caused by autism. Just go look at Dr. Wakefield. He proved it. Well, let's look at Dr. Wakefield. Andrew Wakefield, born September 3rd, 1956, a British fraudster, discredited academic, anti-vaccine activist, and former physician. Gee, I wonder who's writing his paycheck. He was struck off the medical register for his involvement in the Lancet NMR autism fraud, a 1998 study that fraudulently claimed a link between the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine and autism. He subsequently became known for his anti-vaccine activism. There it is, right there. The guy everybody wants to quote as the genius. He was proved to be a fraudster. Well, gee, let's go look a little further. Let's ask Google Gemini. There's no link between autism and vaccines. The myth originated from 1998. It was later found to be fraudulent. Let's look a little further. The Journal for Specialists in Pediatric Nursing, Autism and Vaccines, the current evidence. This is from 2009. This is not even like, yesterday. This has been around for a while, but oh no, let's get to Dr. Wakefield. Let's go look at the fraudulent guy. Rigorous scientific studies have not identified links between autism and either these two vaccines. Now, somebody's going to go, oh, well, gee, that doesn't tell me all about all vaccines, so it could still be true. Here's how science works. You don't get to throw shit out and then say, prove me wrong. You don't get to just throw shit against a window and prove me wrong. If you're going to say autism causes vaccines, you need to supply evidence that actually shows autism is caused by vaccines. You don't get to say, oh, I think it is. You need to prove me wrong. You need to say, I think it is. Here's why. And let me show you data. You don't get to just throw shit against a wall and to say, oh, I'm correct until you prove me incorrect. That's not how it works at all. If you're going to come at me with, autism is caused by vaccines, you better come with data that's not from fucking Dr. Wakefield, okay? Try understanding the scientific method if you're going to start trying to act like an armchair scientist. I understand ever since COVID, everybody thinks they understand vaccines as perfectly well. We all read some headlines. We never actually read the articles, but we read the headlines, and now the tweet said, no. Don't take ivermectin. Don't inject yourself with bleach. Don't do any of that stuff. Vaccines save lives. And there is no scientific credibility to a claim that autism is caused by vaccinations. Everybody have a good day.